And I think we are live. Good
Yeah.
Monday morning. How's everybody doing today on Monday morning? We are live. Elisa, how lovely to see you this Monday morning.
Oh, it's great to see you too, Linda. It's a great day.
It's a great day. It's going to be a great week. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everyone is safe. Just want to wish everyone well out there and that we're thinking about you. My name is Linda Ray, and I am from Aurora Consulting, and we're going to be doing a DIY Marketing Month today, focusing on video content, video marketing. And we have a packed agenda today. We are going to review, we're going to start off with our introduction so you know who we are and why we are imposing on your computer right now. We're going to talk about why use videos, why is video marketing essential. Hello,
Hmm.
Joanna. The types of videos, platforms, challenges, and use what you have and what does that mean. So we have a packed agenda. If you are with us, say hello. Happy Monday, Joanna. Hello, Ron. Say hello. If you use video, let us know. Drop a comment if you use video and any links to any of your video channels. We'd love to subscribe and share our links with everyone and just kind of support one another with video. So with that being said, I'm turning it over to you, Elisa, on who are you, Elisa, and what do you do with video?
Okay. My name is Elisa Bruno Medilli. I am a co-owner, co-founder, and marketing director at Cafe Realty, your local independent, community-focused real estate brokerage. So my experience with video and using it in marketing has been limited to real estate. So within that industry, video right now, especially, is very, very important. But that's only one type of video. We're talking about photographing houses, doing video walkthroughs, and doing a lot with our seller clients in order to promote their properties. But that's not the only thing that video marketing entails. But what I really want to say is that video marketing should be part of your budget, should definitely be part of your advertising budget and marketing budget, because it is essential. And today we're going to tell you why, and just a couple of tips on how to get started.
That is awesome. And I apologize for that interruption. Lisa and I had a master plan while we were doing each other's introductions to start a watch party on our personal pages from the business pages. My volume was not down and I could not find the button to start a watch party. So, we're all learning with live streaming on the
Mhm.
different techniques and different tools that are within there.
Right.
So Elisa, if you find it, let me know. Hello, Julie. Hello, fabulous lady. So I was just going to start. So Julie, since you're just coming in, if you do video, which I know you do, drop your link on where we can find your video so we can all follow each other and subscribe to one another's video channels just to support each other. But since I think everyone that's watching this that has comments knows who I am, but I'm just going to let everyone know for those who join us on the replay, which thank you so much for finding us and watching us. We appreciate that. My name is Linda Ray. My company is Aurora Consulting. We are a commercial financing brokerage, and we try to help businesses. Well, pre-pandemic, we helped businesses find financing solutions so that they could build their business. We had to pivot mid-March and we were helping businesses with the disaster financing relief. And I'm happy to say that we helped to secure so far almost $2 million in financing for businesses. So that was pretty exciting to keep businesses going and so that they could achieve their dreams. As far as what I use video for, I was not an early adopter. If you are an early adopter, shout out to you. Let us know where we can find your video. I did one video and I had it professionally done and I spent a lot of money on it, which is some of the things we're going to talk about that you don't have to do that today. And it was for my previous business, and it was basically a who we are and what we do promo video.
Yeah.
And about a year ago, I started researching video more intensely, and basically what it all entails and the possibilities. So Trevor and I, for Aurora Consulting, 6 months ago, we started with 2 weekly videos, theme videos. If Then Thursday and Finance Friday, which was If Then Thursday was circumstances and consequences that business owners face every day, and Finance Friday was facts and fundamentals of finance. So when the pandemic happened, we did not feel comfortable sharing all of that. What are you laughing at? I see your face, Elisa.
Well, you are so advanced in this
Oh no,
area of
no,
marketing
it's all learning
that
curve. But I can tell
it
you,
is.
Julie, who is on with us, she commented from Brand Twist. We all know Julie. We love Julie. She's a genius. If you have not worked with
Mhm.
her. And because I did a boost branding session with her, she was the one that got us restarted, or got us thinking about restarting with video. And we now have a 1 weekly video called WTF Wednesdays, where we talk about stupid bleep that we've encountered that you should try to avoid. So that's been fun. Excuse me. So Brand Twist, yes, they have a video channel. Awesome. You guys copy and paste those links when people come on and check them out, and let's support each other. Did you know that on YouTube, here's a fun fact before we get started into the meat of what we're going to talk about. On YouTube, if you have 100 subscribers, you can get a custom URL.
Yep.
So how do you get a quick 100? Just beg people on your personal Facebook page or your LinkedIn page. Let them know what you're doing so they understand why you're asking them to subscribe. And then you can have your own named channel instead of having 3,700 letters and characters.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm having to cough right now. So Elise, take it over.
So okay. So I think we're going to talk about why we should use video. I mean, you did explain it a little bit, and it is about branding. It's about promotion. It's about self-promotion. It's about a lot of different things. But and we know that it's essential, and that people look at video more than they look at than static photos. And we do have some little bit of statistics on that. But what should we go into next, Linda? Why this video is essential? Do we want to talk about some of those statistics at this point? Because I know that anybody that is using video is experiencing a lot more engagement than they would if they were just using text. Because people, I found, are people are visual learners, and video is part of visual learning. Visual.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, the thing too with video, and there's tons of stats, which we have some of those that we're going to share. I think the down and dirty on why to use video is you build your know, like, and trust factor super fast.
Yeah.
People have that connection with looking at your face, they're hearing you. If there is captions on a video, then there's the written word. So you have all of it. You have the written word, you have the audio, and you have the visual. So that's going to capture know, like, and trust super fast than anything. You can share solutions with your customers, which that's, especially now more than ever, people are looking for answers. They're looking for some comfort and security and understanding. So whatever products and services you provide, you are going to be able to help people and share solutions, and that's super key.
Right.
And also, of course, this is going to be Julie's favorite, building brand awareness. And so that is just keeping you front and center to be top of mind. So that's super as well. And then also, if you have aspirations of being a speaker in whatever format, now it's on video, it's all virtual summits
Mhm.
and so on, you're going to be able to expedite your thought leadership and authority in your subject matter faster with video. So,
Right. And when people see your face and when they see videos of people, they form that emotional connection, and they do like you and trust you and know you more because they can see how you speak, they can see your body language, they can make eye contact. So that's an important part of getting your message out. Again, like we were talking about on Instagram stories, you want to get your message out. You want to make sure that it's clear, that people understand it, and now they can see you. So it's not that difficult to do. You just have to get started.
exactly. So speaking of getting started, and the down and dirty why do video, we have some essentials on further validating why do video. And the first one is video is very effective. It again, the whole visual, audio, and written word, if you have captions kind of thing, the retention is higher for people to absorb the information that you're providing in
Mhm.
video format. And there's the retention percentage they have here is when both seen and heard, it's the retention is as high as 80%. So 80% is just a high number all by itself with no
Yeah.
comparison. But Elisa, what are the numbers for how they drop as they drop when you're sticking to just blogs?
Right.
It
It
drops.
drops because what we found with doing any kind of a video, it usually brings in about 3 times more than if you do a post with just text and static pictures, because 65% of the population are visual learners, and they're visual. So they need to see that the video, and they need to see people in order to retain that information that's out there. And you're right, it's got to be it has to be something that people are looking to, a problem that they're looking to solve. So that's all done within video, and it can be done within 2 minutes. A quick 2-minute video, or something that kind of you're kind of stepping outside of your comfort zone to do this. And that's kind of what I did with this series.
Yes.
I've never done any video, I guess, programs before. So I thought this was a really great introduction for me to get, outside of the comfort zone of just doing it. You just have to start.
You have to start. And I think we said this last week when we were talking about what were we talking about again? What was
Instagram stories.
Oh, Instagram stories, right. You have to start somewhere to be able to celebrate progress. It's one of my pet peeves as far as you got to start. You just got to start. It's not going to be perfect anyway. And we're going to get into that and the challenges as well. So here's a 2018 HubSpot statistic for you. And HubSpot is pretty spot on a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
stuff.
a good source. It's a good source for marketing statistics.
It is.
Hmm.
So 2018, HubSpot did a survey. 54% of consumers wanted to see more video content from a brand or business that they support. So let's just have some dead air there for a second, shall we? To let that sink in. So people
Pause.
want to see more video. And the thing is, this is the time now to launch into an aggressive video campaign if you haven't started yet, because people are getting more comfortable being on video. They're having their Zoom
Yeah.
calls and their family meetings via computer, and they're recording stuff. And they're, and the stories and the TikTok so that you can do stuff like and practice. Stories goes away in 24 hours, so it's a good place to practice. And
Yeah.
so now this is the time where people are going to jump on this bandwagon. So
Yeah.
it's a good time to get started. Okay. So, we should really be mindful of people's time too, because I know I can yammer on. So we're going to keep moving. So why not, Elisa, you talk about the conversion statistics that we have while I post
Right.
your YouTube channel for everyone
Okay.
to follow.
Okay. So, video conversion rates are quite high. 57% of online consumers were more likely to buy a product they were considering purchasing after watching. So much like the way people watch television commercials, videos are similar because it captures your attention and it draws you into the product and it helps you to remember because it is video. So that conversion rate is quite high when people are making that decision. So there are plenty of real estate companies out there, and there are plenty of businesses out there that are in competition with your business. So in order for that to, for you to have higher conversion rates, you have to add something new. So this is like, if it's a new thing for you, you're going to see that there's going to be a lot more activity when you do start posting those videos.
Yes, exactly. If you are on with us, don't forget to comment and say hello. If you have a
Yes.
question or a comment about anything that you're doing with video, or if a pro tip you have that you want to share with us, please,
Right.
just drop a comment.
And I do see my watch party here that I started. And
Yay!
everybody. Hi, everybody on my watch party. Thanks for
Yay,
joining.
Elisa's watch party. Look at you doing a watch party. I couldn't find the darn button.
I got a watch party.
You got a watch party. Last
And
week
I
I
am
had the watch party button and you didn't, and now this week you have the watch party button. I guess they're just like messing
I
with us.
don't know. We should both have it. So again, we're learning as well because we want this to go out to as many people as possible. But thanks everyone for joining the watch party. I hope this brings some really valuable information to you. So let's continue with more stuff about it being a gold mine too.
Yeah, essential. So
Essential things about video marketing.
video is emotional. All right. So that it again, we talked earlier about the video providing a more human connection, and people are
Right.
really looking for connection these days, and video is providing that. And so that just to be able to make your content relatable and to connect, video is also key.
And
And
not only is it emotional, it's fun.
yeah,
You can have a
you
lot
had
of
fun
fun. I
with
mean,
it.
look at your videos. Your videos are great. The
Oh,
the ones
thank
that you
you.
ever do. They're a lot of fun. So like people enjoy watching them as well as them being educational or about a product. It could be, and that's what creates that bond and that human connection is how relatable are you to people? And
Yeah,
how much fun are you? I mean, anybody can go on a video and talk about and read something and talk. But when you are actually engaging with maybe your business partner or with a client or something else, I mean, it becomes that much more fun for people to watch.
exactly. And also it's accessible. People can access video anywhere at any time,
Mhm.
even from the smartphones. And the stats on the stats on mobile versus desktop is also pretty high. So you're gonna have a high chance of people being able to find you
Yeah,
no matter what. And then
yeah,
I
yeah.
know this is your favorite topic, the SEO. So you go on about it, girl.
Okay, yeah. The SEO for video is a gold mine. It increases your search engine ranking and your click through rates, your open rates, and conversions. Um, and you're reaching people that are in your target audience. And that is a whole different part of marketing, because you can use those videos within email marketing, in your social media marketing, in so many different ways to get your message out there. So, and YouTube is huge. It's the second largest search engine, second to Google. And YouTube is owned by Google, and that means a properly tagged video can work wonders for your SEO.
Yeah.
And that's what Cafe Realty is working on currently. So after we get through with this, we're going to be I'm going to be doing more live stuff, and some recorded, so that we can get started.
Well, that's the thing too. We're all just learning. It's all a work in progress.
Yeah.
So, that's nothing wrong with starting out and trying to make things work.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I've been researching this stuff for years. Anything that I can share is, just less time that you have to toil away at finding some basic things. So speaking of
Yeah.
basic, the types of videos, we have the long form, short form, and live streaming. If there's anything that I'm forgetting that anyone knows about, just pop a comment in. Long form you have for educational, for courses, and typically the time length is anywhere over 10 minutes. That definition can vary depending on, influencers could have a different definition, or some of these pundits that talk about it. But then you have your short form video, which also could be educational, but they're also promotional, and they're usually up to 3 to 5 minutes or so, short form.
Right. Well, attention span for videos is probably in the 2 to 3 minute range, I would say. What would
Well,
you?
yeah, definitely for promotion, or just for, a quick
Yeah.
learn. But,
Yes.
people are going to YouTube as the how-to. It's the
Mhm.
how-to site. And
Yep.
when people are watching
DIY. It's the
it,
DIY.
DIY, exactly. And they're going to YouTube to learn something, or to be
Right.
specific in their viewing. So like Trevor loves to watch the History Guy and various, his classic car type shows. So you're
Yes.
gonna be watching those like a regular, like a Netflix, like a
Yeah.
movie. So
Yeah. Then and there are Veronica, who does a lot of our millennial based marketing. She said she watches YouTube more than anything else.
yeah, hold on.
So
We have some kind of weird person who's coming in here and being a not
really,
nice, not nice. Okay, I think I blocked and deleted. Oh god.
okay.
Well, that was fun. A little porn in the
You,
morning on
are
Monday.
you being
Nice.
hacked? Are you being hacked? What could
I didn't
happen?
even I didn't even post it on Twitter, so I don't know where he found us.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so,
But
anyway,
YouTube is like another outlet
yes,
for watching, like anything. Like you said, the long form, the short form, and the long form or the short form on YouTube could be those educational. It could be a show. It could be a weekly thing. It's got so much potential and so much possibility to expand your brand, to put your message out there. I mean, even if you're a blogger and you have like a vlog, like you guys have, it just brings a little more life to things. The video is bringing life. It's not static. It's more 3D. It's more
yeah,
alive. You just have to get some content and start doing it.
right, exactly.
My
Uh,
question.
what's that?
I said that's my biggest challenge.
Oh, yeah,
And yeah, you
starting.
said, what is your biggest marketing challenge for your business? To
Yes,
start doing it. To
right.
take some time and just say, you know what, just got to do this.
It is, it's a real consideration, so,
Mhm.
all right. The last one, the last type that we have here that we've found is the live streaming, which has
Mhm.
been around for only about 4 years. And of
Yeah.
course, now with the pandemic, really it's heightened. Its awareness has been heightened with that being a platform. And
Mhm.
LinkedIn Lives jumped on, except they've not let everyone in on that feature.
Mhm.
It's been rolled out slowly. I know I don't have it. If you have it, then you are a LinkedIn guru. So there are third-party tools that you can use. Facebook allows you to go live. Instagram lets you go live natively from those platforms. There's also third-party tools like I'm using StreamYard,
Mhm.
allows you to broadcast to multiple platforms, multiple channels at once, depending on the level of your subscription. I love this product, and I hold on a second. I didn't delete one of the comments this guy had in there. Wow, what a uh, so I love this product so much that I became an affiliate. So
Mhm.
and it's supposedly live is really the fastest way to connect with your audience because you're presenting yourself and you're putting yourself out there without all of the with all the imperfections and all the ums and ahs and stuttering
Yeah.
and stammering and no editing, ah, which was my biggest hang up, which why
Yeah.
I did not want to do it forever because I'm so used to editing video.
Editing. Mhm.
Um, so
It
anyway,
doesn't have to be perfect, Linda.
exactly, and it's also the
It
best way
doesn't.
for people to engage with you in
Right.
real time. They can share their experiences and ask questions and participate. When Trevor and I were doing our live music shows, that's one of the reasons why I jumped in on the bandwagon when we were doing the trivia because you can have people sort of just engaging while he's singing a song, and it was fun. Uh,
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. It's
no,
just going to be essential, like
yes,
we were saying.
yes, I think so. And as far as we can breeze through the platforms section.
Mhm.
Basically, Facebook has where you can go live natively from their platform, and you can go live in groups, which is another way to focus on your target audience. If that connection, doing it in a group where you're already having a community set up is
Right.
fantastic. It's a fantastic way for people to get with you. Instagram has live within their platform. You can do video on stories. YouTube, of course, is the how-to channel. We already exhausted that as
Mhm.
a possibility. And the thing too with video is you can put them everywhere because it depends on how people are using the different channels. And especially if you're doing educational pieces or promotional pieces with information uh, attached to it, you definitely want to put it in YouTube because it's like Elisa said, it's the number 2 search engine. So YouTube, depending on your content and how relevant it is or how rich it is, how detailed you get in your descriptions about the video, you could make it to the suggested list when
Right.
people are watching something else related. Um,
Right. So now you're looking for your tribe
right,
there,
right,
so that people can follow you and they can recommend you and they can share it and they can suggest it
ex-
because, it is you're authentic and your content is relevant.
exactly, exactly. Um, the let's see. The other thing too about Facebook and YouTube is they have playlists so you can organize your videos depending on the topic or depending on the theme
Mhm.
of what you're delivering, what you're publishing. LinkedIn does, they do video, they have live now, but they don't have playlists, but you can post to LinkedIn. And then of course there's the newest
Mhm.
rage going on with TikTok, which I know a little bit about it. I'm on TikTok,
Yeah.
but I've only posted a few. And I don't know how long form they can go or if it's just short form. But there are people using it for business. They're promoting their business. I have not seen anyone
Mm.
promoting their business for financial services, but
No.
I haven't searched for that
It's
either.
I think it's limited and it's got a different audience, so you have to find out if your audience is there.
Exactly.
I would say. Um,
Yeah.
So, and I was also going to mention that when you are, we're going to go, I guess, a little bit into creating the video, But like, say if you were doing something on Instagram or wherever, and you're doing it on your phone, there are so many apps that you
Yeah.
can use that will enhance your video, or push your video out there. So that's a whole different category of conversation of how to actually do it, because we're not going to go really into all the details of how, but that may come later.
Right, exactly. And I think this is just mainly to talk about why to do it, and hopefully to politely nudge you in the direction of starting some kind of format. And the way I got started, it was as simple as listening to one podcast one day while I was in my yard, and she said, have a theme or have a weekly thing or something that's consistent. And
Hmm.
I was able to get my head around a weekly theme. I mean, you could even have it as a daily if you're doing a 1 minute kind of thing every day. Um,
Right.
there are people now that really stepped up and are doing daily videos, but I really was able to get my head around having weekly show and theme
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So, but
That works. But we do have one comment here from one of the viewers on my watch party, Joanne. Hi, Joanne Larissa. She's a business owner in Mount Kisco, and she said, "I'm finding more people are viewing stories rather than liking your posts on Instagram and Facebook."
a
So,
1,000% correct.
yes. Yeah,
It's
thank you for that comment, Joanne. Yeah, so that is, and Veronica also liked the concept of a tribe.
yeah.
So these are all things that we're just trying to impart some insights for everybody to kind of absorb the reason why we need video in marketing.
Well, yeah, and the thing too is that with stories, what I love about stories is it goes away in 24 hours. So if you're not comfortable with video, that's the best
Mhm.
place to start.
That
So
is
I loved
good
how we
point.
did stories last week, and now we're
Hmm.
doing video, because that's how I was able to combine the increasing the frequency of video and using stories at the
Yeah.
same time, and kind of up the game on that. The stories is my new. I love stories so much. I love
Yeah.
it so much.
Well, ever since we did last week's, DIY session, I've been really looking more into doing the stories, because those are, they're so engaging and they're so much fun. And like Joanne says, it's way better than looking at a post. I mean, a post, you're just scrolling through and you're just randomly looking. But when you see that story, you're like really understanding what the concept is behind it.
Well, yeah, because you have the 15 seconds
Yeah.
to kind of jam pack with
And
some texture and depth to the story of
right.
putting it into context as
Yeah,
it relates to you and the post and what you do, and
exactly.
so
And people's attention span, I mean, 15 seconds is about it. I mean, and then you just move on,
it's
you
even
know?
like less than that, but that's the
Yeah,
great thing
it's
about
7.
stories. You can tap,
Yeah,
tap, 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 tap right
yeah.
through, and especially if they're just images with some captions.
Mhm,
The thing
mhm.
is with video and captions, that's my other thing about video. And on
Yeah,
stories, the one takeaway that I'd said last week was, if you're going to do stories, make sure you include captions so people know what the heck is this picture about, or what is this video about.
right, exactly.
Especially if it's video, because somebody may not be watching it with sound on. So,
True,
right.
that's
So
true.
with that, again, if you're just joining us, it's DIY Marketing Month. We're basically just two chicks who have a business that we learn stuff about marketing, and we're just having fun with sharing, and also holding each other accountable with
Mhm.
ways to level up the marketing. And if you if you do video, please drop a comment on how we can find your video channel, especially on YouTube, so we can all subscribe to one another and support one another. uh, Shout out to Cafe Realty, who needs 100 subscribers so they can get their custom URL. I did a plea last year to get 100 subscribers so I can have my my I'm trying to find
Right. Your URL. Your
my
URL.
URL. So I did. I got it. That's not it. I'm
I
on the
know.
wrong one.
I know. But you know what Cafe Realty needs? We need some content.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
well, if we get
Content.
subscribers, we'll have more content, we'll have more engagement. And I have our marketing assistant, Veronica, working on that. And she's been working on our YouTube channel. So this is a really great introduction. And I have my friend Mark Frieder on the watch party, and he says, I'm going to try it. And
Yeah,
he's a local business owner right here in the Hudson Valley. And I'm
got
hoping
nothing
that
but food.
this is right. Well, I'm hoping that this inspires people to just get out there and do something,
Right.
And if you look at Linda, the Linda Ray's and Trevor Curran's a YouTube channel, and you see their videos, you see their YouTube URL right there, you're going to get some really great ideas from that too. So this is all about inspiring people to do something that's going to be not different, because everybody is doing a little bit of video, but something that will elevate their marketing and their brand a little bit more.
Yes, exactly. Well, this is another great segue. You would think that Elisa and I planned this, but we did not. So,
Mm-mm.
segue is challenges. So,
Yeah.
kind of keep this under. So, we've only been 37 minutes. That's not bad. So, let's talk about challenges of video. There's a few huge ones. The big
Yeah.
one that everyone has heard of, I am sure, because everyone's talking about it, because now a lot of people are on video more than ever, is imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough. I'm not sure how to do it. I just did a video on the 4 myths of marketing, and one of them was, I don't know what to say, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an audience. And without really being too polite, because I don't have anything to it's crap, okay, people, it's crap. Of course you have something to say, and you have an audience, and they're waiting to hear from you. And if they're
That's
not waiting
right.
to hear from you, it's because they don't know how you can help them. And you are doing a disservice to your future clients by not sharing the solutions that you can provide on a business level or just from an
Right.
entertainment level. So, imposter syndrome is real, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to diminish it. I think there are ways to overcome it for sure. And really the first way, the first and most foremost way is you have to start practicing. You have to just do it, because then you're going to just be more comfortable and realize people aren't
Well,
so much about how you look. It's more what are you bringing? What are you saying? And how
right.
how is it helping? Um
So that's what I was talking about before, Linda, when I said step out of your comfort zone.
yeah.
If you feel uncomfortable, that's kind of good, because then you have to do it.
That's right. That is a good trigger, a good indicator.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't want to do this. That means you have to do it.
That's right, right. And it's never going to be perfect.
Right.
So the next thing we would talk about would be perfectionism. You can wait and wait and procrastinate and say, well, it's not good enough. I don't like it. I look ugly. I don't have anything to say. But it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that's what I've learned. And that's why I'm doing this, because it doesn't have to be perfect. And we're not totally scripted. We're just doing this, like I said, as a kind of like a conversation, so that people can get a little maybe inspiration, or like a little boost, or just a couple of ideas or something. And,
Right.
you could put a 30-second video out there. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes long.
Exactly. I mean, that's why some of these platforms only allow for 15 seconds, is because,
Right, right,
that's the perfect playground if you're just going to get started. If you are watching us and you have a challenge that you have either overcome or that you're practicing now to overcome, please share with us, because we're all in it. We're all in it together with
right,
things that are keeping us from, doing
right.
this.
So,
Uh,
so one more thing that about the captions. Veronica says definitely use captions, because my sound is usually off when I'm watching stories.
right. Right,
So,
exactly. Did she post that so I can show that comment? I don't.
well, that's on my watch party.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
She's on my watch party.
excellent. Excellent. All right.
But
So,
I don't know how that save. Does that save? Do we save those comments? Like, how does
oh
that
yeah, no,
happen?
they'll be
Yeah,
there. It's just that
that'll be there.
it's not in my
Right.
StreamYard, so I can show the comment
Oh, I
on the
see.
screen
Right.
the way I have Joanna up right now.
Well, she can put the comments in the live video
Yeah,
comment section too. But so another Mark says, "Well, what would I have to share?" Isn't that a good question?
that
I
is
mean,
that's a great question. What
that's
kind of business
well,
does Mark
that's our next. That's segue into the next thing, the myths in marketing.
have? Yes.
I don't know what to say. I
Yes.
don't have an audience, so what do I share?
Well, that's going to be next week because that's going to be next week is our creating a content calendar
Yep.
with and we'll
And content.
yeah, yeah, right. Content and content calendar on
Hmm.
different ideas of how to share.
Ideas.
It really
Hmm.
depends on your business. You could be
Hmm.
super granular with the message that you create to share, depending on your business. I was talking to a caterer last week about marketing, and I said, "Yeah," and I
You know,
said, "What? What?"
I misread his comment. Okay, it's not what would I have to share. It says what I have to shave.
Oh, well,
No, Mom,
that's
you don't have to
hilarious.
shave.
No, you don't have to shave. There are people who haven't been able to get haircuts, and uh, I've been doing video in my pajamas. I've been doing video in my workout
I
clothes.
didn't shave. I
I
didn't even
definitely
comb my
didn't
hair.
shave, but you would never know it. So that's very funny. Well, anyway, it still
Go
works
ahead.
out because we are going to be doing the content
Right.
calendar next week, and I know Veronica is very excited about that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The other challenge. So we talked about myths. The other challenge is the gear. The
Yeah.
gear. People are so hung up on the gear, and they need all this like a studio gear.
I have no gear. I have no gear at all. I
You
have my
don't
laptop.
you don't need gear. You don't need gear. You don't need high quality gear. You have gear. You have your phone. Okay. You have your phone. Maybe you have some earbuds that you can use if you and
Mhm.
connect it for sound. Um,
Mhm.
I happen to have this thing, but this thing was not actually meant for podcasting. This is Trevor's Dragonfly device for when he's talking
Oh.
and typing. It just so happens it has the adapter to plug into my laptop. I used it for the first time on a live show last Wednesday. So he's also a musician, so he has mics. So we've been fortunate with that. But when we do our weekly videos, we use our phone and then we use his phone for the audio track
Mhm.
so that it's closer to us. And then when I do the editing, I have the two tracks so that it sounds better. There's a great woman on YouTube that has fantastic videos, how-to videos for video marketing on a budget and
Mhm.
tips on how you can just use what you have. And her name is Amanda Horvath, and I will put her link to her uh, to her video in the comments so that you guys can access. But her
Mhm.
name is Amanda Horvath, Horvath. I think she's fantastic. Well, I also love that she's young and progressive, and she used to
Yeah.
work on video production for Gary V. So I think she's got some cred. And
Ooh.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, so you want to use
Now there's some video content for you.
yeah, exactly. And the thing is,
Go to
all right,
Gary Vee.
yeah, Trevor and I didn't have some of the things that we have. Like we didn't have, we ended up buying studio lamps, but in the beginning we
Right.
sat in front of a window so you can get the lighting.
Right.
Just make
Well,
sure
that's where I am, natural light.
right, natural light. So you sit in front of the
Mhm.
window though, not on the
Yep.
side. It has to be in the front so so it's coming
Yep.
towards
It's
you.
coming right. Yeah, it's coming right towards me. Yep.
But you got to just start with using what you have,
Yeah.
and then you can at least have a benchmark of progress.
Does
The other,
not have to be expensive.
what's that?
It's not very expensive to have the gear because we're already using it.
Well, exactly. And the other thing too is there's a if you want to invest in a microphone, that if you don't have one, I will tell you there's the Purple Panda, and you can get it for like $30. I think if you go
Really.
to eBay or to Amazon,
Hmm.
I don't know if I have that handy with that link either, but I can put that link in the show notes,
Yeah.
as the podcasters say. So yeah, Purple Panda is a nice, inexpensive lavalier that you can use. But yeah, so just start, doing. The thing is, the other challenge is editing. But you know what? Editing as a challenge is off the table if you're doing live video, because you don't have to edit. The only post production potential for editing is if you want to repurpose the video and extract some
Right. That's
segments
right.
out. Then you can do editing. Then you'll have editing if you know how to use iMovie. Is free if you have Apple. You can do editing in iMovie. There are tons of third-party tools.
Hmm.
Wave.video is also another editing tool that you can use. But that's another one of the challenges. So moving on. We did two, the challenge, and use
Yep.
what you have. We did it all in one. All right, super duper.
Yep. We did.
Um,
Hmm.
the next thing that
Kind of connected because it is a challenge.
What's that?
You know, I said it's connected because the
Yes,
actual, your gear is part of the challenge because people don't think that they have the proper equipment
right.
to do a video, but all you really need is your phone. Because if you can do a selfie and you can use your cell phone, your mobile device, whatever it is, an iPhone or an Android, you have the capability of shooting video, and it's
Exactly.
quite good. It's quite good. It's high quality.
So Elisa, why don't you share with us, since last week you had reminded me about insights. Did you want to talk
Right.
a little bit about insights and how insights
Well,
can motivate you for
yes.
or not motivate you?
Yeah. Well, insights, if you do have business pages and Instagram, if you're tracking your, the way that your posts perform and are engaged with, the insights are going to be very important to check out. So again, with video, it's exponential as far as the insights are concerned. But it is important to see how your videos and how your posts are performing by looking at the insights.
Hmm.
So you have to really take the time to review that so that you know that you are getting some response to that. And we track that stuff very closely, and on Facebook and Instagram, so that we know what people are watching, and videos are really getting way more engagement than anything else.
Yeah, the one thing about insights, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here a little bit, because and I mentioned this last week, that people, I think, get too mired in the metrics when it comes to, if I don't have 1 million followers and I'm getting 1 million views, then it's just a waste of time. And just like I said before, without being too polite, that's crap. Okay. Don't worry about that. The only thing you need to do is work on whatever your personal best is and the benchmarks that you surpass as you increase and become more confident in your video production. So and
Mhm.
that's what's good about the insights, because when you delve into the insights, it's going
Mhm.
the most important thing about insights is how you navigate and dissect what content got more engagement or more views, and then you can look at do more of that content. So
Exactly.
you're going to see highs and lows, ebbs and flows on how people react to the content, or what the metrics are. And the best way is just to utilize that insight on how to create more content going forward.
Mhm.
So that's what I
Mhm.
have to say about insights.
So, and also depending on the platform that you are on, there are going to be different audiences there.
Yeah,
So, you have to tailor that and look at insights be, in light of the audience that is there. So that just helps you to figure out what works best.
exactly. I do want to say a shout out, which I'm sure she's not here right now, but Christine Gritman is a DIY social media specialist. If you are not following her or if you don't know her, you need to know her. I just listened
Yeah.
to her podcast is Social with Christine Gritman. You can find it wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you go to her YouTube channel, she does the podcast live via video and then transcribes that into a podcast. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see her content. And March was live streaming month. So once again, because I pair up my yard work and my podcast educational moments, I was listening to her March live streaming month.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to her uh, podcast and listen to March. She had Ian Anderson Gray, who was talking about live streaming, and he's the one who was bringing up imposter syndrome and perfectionism and comparison. People
Yeah.
compare each other like, oh, they're doing it that well. I don't even want to try to do that. The thing is,
Right.
people, you're on video 1 or video 5, and they're on video 550. So you can't compare, right? But check out her podcast, and also Lucy Liu was on, and she is amazing. She's also an NLP certified NLP practitioner, so she has tips on video, not just live stream. I'll
Right.
put this link in the show notes so that you have access to that. And when I say show notes, I mean basically in the comment section.
In the comments. Mm-hmm.
um, So I think that's it. The last thing I have was don't be discouraged. You have to start somewhere so you can get
Mm-hmm.
progress. And that is just the message that I've been whenever anyone asks me how did you start? It's like, well, I just
Mm-hmm.
started. I just
Right.
started and it was hard, but it's sort
Mm-hmm.
of like I kind of liken it to the hardest part of going to the gym is leaving your house, right? So, it's like the hardest thing is to start, and one thing, if you're the kind of person who likes to improvise, then just and you know how to edit, roll your camera and then just clip what you like out of it. If you're like Trevor, he likes to have an agenda and some notes and highlights, and he's also sensitive to the time that it's put that to edit. So he
Right.
wants to try to keep it as simple as possible, so there's less editing. So write out an agenda. Lisa and I, we have notes. We created notes
Yeah.
for this. This was like 2.5
Look at
pages.
my notes.
Yeah, exactly. Because we were
So
just like,
we
oh,
had another comment here.
oh, all right, let's see it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. What is it?
Excuse me. It says people still have to have good content,
True.
which is very true. And
Very
that's next
true.
week's topic. Um,
But
yeah. So
what's good?
yes, the
But
people
what's
do
what
have to have good. Yeah.
but what's good? What's good content? How does one
Exactly.
define good content? If you go onto TikTok, there's stuff that's
Hmm.
completely unrelated to whoever, sometimes you don't even know what these people are doing for a living, but they're awesome videos, so you want to keep going back because it's
Yeah.
entertaining.
Exactly.
But yeah, what's good content? You
Mhm.
have to define good. And the
What
other
is good? Right.
the other thing I'll tell you, if you want to at least get some semblance of what good might mean, you still have to actually start publishing videos, producing videos, and so that you can then get feedback and ask people, "What do you think of this? Is my message tight? Do you know?
Right.
Do you know what I'm trying to convey here?" And that way, people you can get the feedback to then switch it up if you need to hone in a little here or refine it there. But if you
Right.
can't get feedback, you can't get feedback if you're not starting somewhere and producing something. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's all about getting started,
Getting started.
and being authentic. Be you. I
Yeah.
mean, that's good content, when you are genuinely putting, messages out there that are authentically you and that are about your brand and that, are valuable and relevant to people that are watching. I mean, that to me is good content.
Right. And speaking of getting started, I think we're probably going to finish up.
Yeah.
One thing that's great about this StreamYard is that the clock starts ticking on when you are approaching an hour, so it keeps us timely
Right.
to be
And
sensitive,
it's getting there.
and it's getting there. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, I want to first of all I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us today, and I want to thank you if you stayed the entire time, and I want to thank
Yeah.
you if you found us on the replay. And if you have any questions or comments that you have not shared, please do so. Let us know where we can find you so we can all support each other on a mission to create good video content.
Mhm.
And with that, I will
Yeah.
say goodbye
Yeah.
to Elisa, and it's been so
Hi,
much fun.
Linda.
And next week is creating content and creating a content calendar.
Right. And thank you for everybody that was watching on my watch party. It
Yes,
was
thank
that was a
you.
first for me. So that was great.
Yay. All
Thanks.
right, everyone.
All
See
right.
you next week.
Peace
Ciao.
out.
Peace out.
Okay. Bye.